Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Guys, remember, like FNAF at Freddy's? Brad, if we could get an audio clip of you doing that, that could, it could start the stream off every night with a ladies and gentlemen. I feel like that would be a plus. Huh? Hello. Hi. What's up, sweetie? What up, sweethearts? And what should we call all the subs? I've had a few ideas. We could go with skull heads, boners, bones though, like not like bones, like my last name is Skull, so like boners. I could do skull dozers. What up, skulldozers? You know? I don't know. It's something we're going to have to think of. Stephanie? Stinky little skeletons. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hello, hello. Hello and welcome. This is exciting because these are the most subscribers that I've had for a stream. Isn't that interesting? Huh? So I feel like we got the potential for a full house. I'm of course drinking a Buddy's sugar-free no, it's full of sugar. It's not sugar-free. Huh? Caffeine-free. But it's 16 ounces. 16 Dr. Oz. So tonight, what if I do that the whole night? What if I go up to drink it, and then I never do it? I talk about it first. I go, guys, tonight, the stream is sponsored by... Not really. Stephanie says hello to Zephyroni. Steph Lee. Huh? Zephyr says hi. Buddies. And then I go. No, I never drink it. Whole night. So tonight, in this stream sponsored by Buddies, the delicious lemon soda drink, we will be breaking down the GREYLOCK series. Well, not breaking it down. We're gonna be prepping for my next video. Now, this is an analog horror series that it's not new. There was a new part like a month ago, uploaded a month ago, and I only recently got into it. I think it's pretty good. I think it rivals that of the Walton Files, which is my favorite one. I'd say this one is a little more, you know, this one's got a little bit more of the that we all know and love. Go ahead and screenshot this for the thumbnail. There's going to be more of that. So we're going to be watching those parts. I'm going to be taking notes. Yeah, we're just going to have Ooh, that's pretty, huh? Let's just listen to this royalty-free music for a second. Goes hard. It's making me I didn't mean to say that I wasn't trying to. It's a family-friendly stream. It's a family-friendly stream. Okay. Gather around. Bring all the youngins. Watch it. Sit your young ones down. Let's watch some horrific analog horror. Okay, that's my stream. That's the wrong horrific analog horror. All right. Where's the tab? I had it open. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. There's quite a few parts. Not sure if we're going to get through all of them today. We could. Because they're not all super long. There's 2 20-piecers and a 30-piecer. Minutes long, that is. And then, yeah, the idea is we'll just be watching it. Like hawks. I'm probably going to pause it and ramble. And I'm going to take notes so that when it comes time to it, I'll film our next video. Are we ready? Are we ready? Watch this. Ready? Blam. Oh. Where's the best spot for me to be? Maybe like right there. Huh? How's this situate ya? This ain't bad. Yeah, okay. All right. Even in full screen? Yeah, why not? Yeah, fuck it, right? Fuck it. All right. So here we go. It's 8:06. We are starting. Go ahead. Someone drop the time code down there. 8:06 is when this started. We're watching tape 001 called Back Online of the GREYLOCK series. And for those of you who don't know what GREYLOCK is, it's
Primary systems online. Meeting sequence complete. Emergency shutdown protocols disengaged. System was offline for time code error 106. Contact technician for assistance. Welcome to Semiodyne USA Enhanced Access Operations. Please enter your clearance credentials. Error. These credentials are not recognized. Clearance.
okay, so we have I didn't mean for that to be preloaded. So it appears we have someone breaking in to a facility owned by a company or some sort of group called Semiodyne. Semiodyne. Which rarely a good thing.
Credential requirement overridden. Administrator privileges granted. Welcome back, unknown user ID. What would you like to do? Accessing archival storage form, GBS.
What do we think that says? Gang. Contact on-site technician immediately. Fatal error. In interior camera. Location morgue offline. Socks. I know it's not the Walton Files. We have no Walton Files to cover. We gotta go diving into the past. GREYLOCK. Have you seen GREYLOCK? Do you know what this is? Have you heard of this? We're gonna be breaking it down live for the next video. This,
Data extraction initiated. Data extraction.
So someone's hacking in.
Complete. Data extraction. 4 complete.
This one's pretty good, Socks. This one's pretty good.
Data extraction, 80% complete. Data extraction complete. All data extracted to error, no.
Minecraft is an incredible game.
Oh god, there's gonna be ads.
Generation of gamers. Truly a lightning in a bottle situation.
I don't have YouTube Red. And I refuse to get it. So, okay, let's you know, let's break that down a little bit. Looks like that video opens with an unknown person. We didn't see them, but clearly trying to break in to the archival. I'm sorry. Frightened me. What is this? What is this? Analog horror? But someone breaking into a Semiodyne facility and extracting precious, valuable data that clearly they weren't meant to access. Okay. Now, that's it for tape 1. Not a ton to glean there. Obviously, we've just got this either abandoned facility or, you know, it's closed because it's the nighttime. Someone breaking in, extracting all the data, and making it out of there.
Can't find a glue stick.
A glue stick?
I have all these art supplies and I can't find a freaking glue stick.
Next tape. How old is this? Not even a year. At least tape. Yeah, it says tape 1 was 11 months ago. So this is not new, but I was saying at the top of the stream, the newest part in the series came out like a month ago. So it's still ongoing and semi-recently updated. Okay, so tape 1 back online, done. To the Mountain is tape 2.
You get in your car.
Oh no. No, it's not 5 years old.
When men pursue evil, it is evil that they will find. Mark my words, there is no good that can come from the pursuit of darkness.
To the Mountain.
To you, dear believer, the words of the late brilliant Charles Spurgeon, who discussed this at length in a sermon all the way back in 1864. He said, quote, "Our adversary, the devil, goes about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. We are taught by our Lord Jesus to pray, do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. What we are taught to seek or shun in prayer, we should equally pursue or avoid in action. Very warily, therefore, should we endeavor to avoid temptation, seeking to walk in the path of obedience, so that we may never be guilty of tempting the devil to tempt us. We are not to enter the thicket in search of the lion. We may pay dear.
We may not enter the thicket of the lion. We may pay dearly. That sounds pretty, I feel like there's probably gonna be some themes of that throughout this series. What do you think? So, yet another unknown figure. Whether or not it's the same person from the last tape, don't know. But slowly driving up to the mountain. Got some ketchup in the snow. YouTube, not blood. Definitely not blood. Yeah, Juan, this is I know it's older, it's a year old, this series, but I just recently got into it, and I think the pacing, probably the best. My personal favorite analog horror is Walton Files. This definitely rivals it. Pacing-wise, it's all live action. A human skull.
When we will come face to face with the devil himself, whether we intended to.
Yeah, Juan, it's not gonna come soon enough. I think there was a teaser for the new part, but as soon as that video comes out, can't wait to break it down. I love that series. Okay, so guy walks into the woods, drives up, presumably to. What is that red thing? Is that a tent? Or... Ah, that's probably like construction gear. Because this is... I don't know, this fencing gives me construction rather than like something. I don't know what that... Yeah. Okay, we'll get there. So, goes up to the... Goes up. And it seems like things are normal through this lens. And it glitches showing a secondary view. You'll see here. I think. Like, I don't know if this is his footage or not. See, it's all warbled and then it's back to normal. As for what they see... Oh, he said Mount Greylock, so that's where we are. I have no clue what that is. It could be like a I almost want to say it's like a door or like some sort of box or opening in the tree. I don't think we're supposed to know at this point. But the fact that it flashes in and out of reality is interesting. And then it's just done. Don't know.
When we will come face to face with the devil himself, whether we intended to or not, dear believer. We are drawn to him by our own hearts. In Matthew chapter 15, verse 19, it says, "For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander."
See, this is interesting because now the person is driving very slowly.
In our minds, in a place most people don't even know exists within themselves.
He's playing with the brights.
The devil is going to call to those depths, dear believer. And though you may tremble before the beast, you should make it easier on yourself and accept what it is that he bestows upon you.
Ah. Okay, and then it just stops abruptly. I want to catch it before we move on to the next one. It's odd here. They're not running through the woods, are they? They're looking for something. Camera's acting up. Whether or not it's showing something that isn't there, or was, or will be, I'm not sure what that thing is going on there, but sees this, gets back in the car, drives super slow,
face to face with the devil himself, whether we
playing with the lights
or not, dear believer. We are drawn
it's almost like
by our own hearts.
Whoever is in this car doesn't know how to drive.
Verse 19,
they could be in like a,
"For out of the heart come evil
it could be the person who was up there
murder,
in a
adultery,
fugue state, kind of like
immorality, theft,
not sure how to
false
drive,
witness,
or like kind of
slander."
sick or confused, or knowing where the series goes, this could be a let's call it, this could be a being that doesn't know how to drive a car and is kind of fucking with the lights because it doesn't know what it's doing, and then instead of a monster coming up and banging on the door, it's the guy who drove here. Like his car was being stolen. So he comes up right here. And then maybe gets back in the car. Could be possessed, yeah. Now he's driving like crazy. bit by bit, he says.
If you're a web
No, I'm not a web designer. That's, That's interesting. So yeah, you could be right, Socks. It's either I think the banging is just whatever is driving, raging out, not knowing how to drive the car. Yeah, so it could be him possessed. The guy going up the mountain. It could be him possessed. Whatever. Doesn't know how to drive. Or it is some sort of creature that stole his car. And the banging is either the guy going up the mountain trying to get back into the car or him being frustrated. And then he drives off and we hear the radio talk about how the devil is with you. And it's got a plan. Ooh. 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 Yucky. Don't like it. Don't like it. Next part here is orientation protocols. I'm gonna warn you right off the bat. There's a lot of information here. This is kind of dense, but it's all pretty interesting. Here's a name we got to remember: Alex. It says Alexander, but let's call him Alex. Alexander Michael Marsh. And this is a tape just for him. Don't tell anyone we're watching this. My name isn't Alexander. I doubt your guys' names are Alexander Michael Marsh. I doubt there's one in the audience tonight. Zephyr, is your name Alexander Michael Marsh?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I stand corrected. So we can watch it and we're fine.
Who cares about the company?
Oops.
What about us?
Guys, we're going to have to pay a fine up to 500,000 daliers. Can't do it. For enhanced confidentiality, it is modified so that it will not operate as intended on consumer-grade video cassette. It will be played on special area military. What's that say? Manufactured by Semiodyne, the company from the first tape. 1993. That looks like 93, right? I think it's 93. Let's call it 93. Let's write that down.
Greetings, and welcome to the Preconditional Protocols and Orientation video.
Thank you,
series
Socks.
provided
January
by
2nd,
Unit
1993.
13 As part of the United States Army and Project Stargate, created in partnership with Semiodyne USA. On behalf of all of us here at Unit 13, congratulations on your selection as one of our testing candidates. You likely have a lot of questions, and this video is designed to answer them all. First, let's go over some background information to provide you with the crucial context you'll need for a full understanding of what it is we're doing at Unit 13. We are sure you've heard plenty of rumors surrounding what it is that we do, but we are willing to bet that
Not
most
one.
everything you've heard is wrong. Being a highly confidential part of Project Stargate, which you've already been briefed on, Unit 13 studies a revolutionary and promising area of parapsychology, thought forms. If you're unfamiliar with what thought forms are, that's okay. You're in the majority. So, what are thought forms? Through the ages, occultists and spiritualists, Tibetan monks to theosophists, have exercised the creation of what is sometimes referred to as a tulpa, otherwise known as a thought form.
A tulpa.
A thought form is the manifestation.
Brad, I know you know what a tulpa is.
Or other deeply psychologically energized state into a
And you know why?
physical form.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. You know why? I know you know what this is. Bradley. I'm talking to you. Guys, Bradley's watching. I'm talking to Bradley. Bradley. You know what a tulpa is? I think it's because I think you know what a tulpa is because you watched a little show by the name of Supernatural. Yeah, you do, Brad. You watch Supernatural, and I'm told that there's an episode or two about tulpas. Your cat was named after, thank you, Analog Horror Mike. Bradley knows because of Supernatural. And I'm sorry to blow up your spot like that, Brad, but it had to be done. Had to be said. We needed to get that out in the world that we're all on the same page. All right? Good luck penning a response to that. What's a supernatural?
Existing as not only an extension of the person, but as its own independent and sentient entity. Thought forms are also able to be witnessed and experienced by third parties, and are not limited solely to the person who developed them. Thought forms have been formed to serve as familiars, companions, or even friends to those who conjure them. According to key literature, thought forms can be intentionally formed by a single person or multiple people, though they can be unintentionally formed as well. But they are always manifested through the deep will and focus of a person in a considerably heightened state of connectivity with their own consciousness. Traditional thought forms can vary widely in their level of influence in the real world. While they usually take physical formations eventually, their earliest stages are more apparitional in nature, with brief manifestations, though most often remaining as an unseen essence, much like a phantom or a ghost.
Tom just subscribed. Thank you, Tom.
Similar in a number of ways. Individuals can make
Appreciate
contact
you.
with them through communication devices, such as a Ouija board or through EVP sessions, while the thought form may respond through moving objects, manipulating electronics, or even speaking words and short phrases. Due to their striking similarities, a current theory established by Unit 13 suggests that what we know as ghosts may not be as common as we once believed. Rather than a deceased person's energy being left behind after death.
Seems like thought forms are they're beings that are formed through thought. No, it's like you can manifest and conjure these things from thinking really hard. And I like this. They say that
Forms and ghosts are very similar in a number of ways. Individuals can make contact with them through communication devices, such as
you can communicate with them through Ouija boards and EKGs, and they can fucking move stuff. So it's what we think of as ghosts are thought forms, which are kind of states of being that are manifested.
Energy being left behind after death. It's possible, and indeed likely, that these paranormal entities are actually thought forms that are unintentionally created by those individuals that the deceased has left behind.
That's cool.
Inordinate amounts of time in deeply emotional states.
So instead of spirits being left behind, it's the person who is grieving the dead thinks about that dead person so much that they become thought forms. The deceased becomes a physical, ghost-like entity.
The development of the thought form, they begin to harness more influence on their environment until eventually exhibiting a semi-permanent physical appearance.
And the more they're thought of, the more physical and permanent they are. That's cool. That's cool. Brad, is that true? Is that how they do it in Supernatural?
We've sought to answer a very
Is it?
important question.
Brad?
Can thought forms be created in a manner that would benefit American society and help keep American citizens safe?
Great.
Unfortunately,
Great. They're going to use them for the military.
That
That ought to work. That always works.
Years of developmental training.
Spooky superpower beings in the army? Sure. You know, Brad, you know.
The operations related to Unit 13's work. His participation has been invaluable and has brought fruitful results to the project. Due to Unit 13 and Semiodyne USA's combined efforts, bringing together some of the most prestigious minds in the world, specializing in the sciences of the human consciousness.
Dad, we're watching a series called GREYLOCK. It'll be my next, probably my next video.
Introducing
Spooky stuff, Dad.
Form Manifester. The Thoughtform Manifestor is able to create truly independent and self-sustaining Thoughtform entities from the minds of select, willing participants. Being that they come from the deepest recesses of the human mind, Thoughtforms can appear in virtually any configuration. They could look like a person, an object, an animal, or even something as abstract as the physical representation of an emotion. That being said, it's recommended to brace yourself before touring the Thoughtform chambers, as Thoughtforms can also take on appearances that could be considered disturbing.
So,
like a creature one might see in a childhood nightmare.
Semiodyne.
There's no reason to be.
I talked over a lot of it, so I'm helping you along. Semiodyne through. It's like Gremlin's dad. It's like it. Semiodyne creates something called Unit 13, which is clearly trying to... And I mean, this tape is made for somebody, I believe, to do this. To learn how to manifest a thought form, make them physical, and then they kind of capture them or contain them in the Unit 13 facility in these little boxes. I don't know what they do with them after. Potentially, that's what they want. Like, they want people to train their brains to become, they're able to make these thought forms. And then they're going to use those for the military.
Afraid, however,
I think.
all thought forms are docile by nature, and while they may look or behave in a frightening manner, and though they are capable of making physical contact, they pose no threat to humans.
Doubt it.
Once your session in the Thoughtform Manifestor is completed, your thought form will be securely transported directly into a containment chamber. Thought forms are unable to pass through the barrier of
Right.
capable of causing you any issues. There are some very rare potential side effects that may result from your session. These side effects include increased tiredness, loss of balance, dizziness, insomnia, vomiting, episodes of temporary amnesia, and mild hallucinations. These side effects, if present, will clear up within 72 hours of your session and are simply signs of your...
That's a
brain's
really
recalibrating
good
to
point,
the real world.
Socks.
It is recommended you refrain from driving or operating heavy
Maybe.
machinery for 72 hours.
Like,
after
there's like a
your
little
session,
one in the
even if
tree,
you
like a
experience
little
no
box,
side
and it's
effects.
opened.
None of these
Then that's
side
why he
effects
freaks
will
out,
cause
'cause there's
you
a
any
one on the
longer
loose.
stress, and former testing candidates who have experienced
It would be
these
weird for
side
one to
effects
be in a
reported that they
tree.
were very mild and merely a transient inconvenience.
But
With
that's a
all that out of
really
the
good
way,
theory.
We are looking
I like that.
forward to your participation with Unit 13, and your time in the Thoughtform Manifestor has been scheduled. However, there are several required mind exercises as a part of this video system
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
must
yeah.
be completed prior to your scheduled date in order to prime your consciousness and ensure the highest quality results. Please enter the video cassette labeled TF2, Waking Your Subconscious.
Okay, so yeah, that's another good point. The person driving to the mountain had that, or at least seemed to be developing that, those symptoms. Can we find those? Temporary amnesia, forgot how to drive, mild hallucinations, whatever we were seeing on the camera, maybe were hallucinations, or maybe that's what he was seeing or something. Very dizzy, not balanced. Could have been tired. I didn't ask him. Yeah, there's a good chance that is exactly what he was dealing with. Yes, Dad, we're trying to solve a crime. Okay? This is what I do now. We solve crimes of the internet horror variety. And we love it. It's fun. I'm good at it. Okay, tape 4 is called Unexpected Visitors. And I would like to draw your attention. There's definitely a person here closing the door, but what the fuck is this? What in God's name is that? Ugh. Ugh. A tea towel? What the hell do you mean? Looks like a dude or some shit. Yeah, it could be or some shit.
Man.
Huh?
Man.
It's a man. Creepy man. Probably a thought form just based on the way it like doesn't move and it just, you know. Unexpected visitors. Funny pattern. I don't know. It looked like a dude. To me. Is this a person about to break into a house that already has a thought form in it? Don't go in there. It would be bad. It could be a body cam. Or it's someone trying to document what's inside this house. Puts the camera down, probably gonna open that window. Yeah. Dad, you're the type of person to go to a movie theater and yell at the screen, "Don't go in there! Don't do that!" I've been to movie theaters with you, Dad. That's what you do. You scream at the screen. Okay, window opened. I assume this person is this feels like trying to sneakily document something someone's trying to keep secret, like a thought form in your house. Yeah, I know I'm right. That's what you do. Now inside the house. Not just poking the camera in. Now we're inside. That's great. Okay, but now... I feel like if you heard that, you'd be freaking out. Unless he wasn't documenting it and that was a full attack. Cool moon. Cool moon.
I'd like to thank my producer,
It's Max Headroom.
writers, my director, My friends, and you, the ordinary people.
Dad, you love Max Headroom, right?
Max Headroom premieres after moonlighting tomorrow.
They did love me.
Oh, good lord. You must leave now.
Our current program at the request of the Massachusetts State Police. This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. All normal broadcasting has been discontinued.
I just wonder why you would record yourself.
This station will broadcast official information, news,
attacking.
and
Maybe it's not that
for
deep.
Northern
That's just the
Berkshire
attacker.
County, Massachusetts, after the following tone.
I can't get premium right now. But tell you what, after this one, I have all these downloaded. I'm just gonna switch to the downloaded files. Okay. Then we don't have to deal with ads.
49 residences since approximately 11:15 p.m. last night. The attacks appear to be random, spanning across the towns of North Adams, Cheshire, Savoy, and Windsor. Residents are urged to take the following actions immediately. Wake all occupants of your home. Lock all doors and windows. Close all curtains and blinds. Gather in a secure area of your home where multiple exits are available to prevent yourself from being cornered. Additionally,
maybe you're right, Socks.
to arm themselves with a blunt object or firearm if available and licensed. Only resort to self-protection if a suspect has entered your home, poses an active threat to you or your family, and you are unable to escape safely. If you are currently away from home, we are urging you not to return home at this time. Shelter in place where you are. If you are currently not in a secure area or in a vehicle, immediately head to your closest 7-Mart. Each 7-Mart location is currently being used as a safe area and as police stationed for your protection. Remain in your secure area until the threat has been resolved. Police are currently unable to determine a physical description of any of the assailants involved in these attacks. It is strongly advised you do not open your home to anyone you do not intimately recognize. Do not attempt to search for or engage with any suspects. The suspects are considered armed and extremely dangerous. Do not leave your secure area unless necessary. This is for your safety. Law enforcement will be armed and patrolling your area. Interfering with this investigation could result in lethal force being inadvertently.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think, in fact, why don't we get back to it? Oops, not in that. Let's open it in. Yeah, I think that last one was, the first part appeared to be from the perspective of a home invader, right? Then we hear the emergency broadcast go on. Then I think we cut to someone who's in their own home, hearing the carnage around town that they talked about. And then another person breaks in, which is, this is cool. That's just, it looks so. Okay, and then we get some creepy face. Gotta love it. Another creepy face. Good shit. I like that. Wait. So, like, the two sides of the same event? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. like first guy is breaking in, attacks someone, casually walks out, stares at the moon. Then we get to see what people are being told. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Cool stuff. All right. This is tape 5. Not here, not now, not anymore is what it's called.
Well, hello again, Tiffany.
Oh, hi, Wanda. Nice.
Tiffany.
Nice to see you too. No,
Remember that name too.
No, unfortunately, he couldn't get off work today, so I'm gonna have to call him on a payphone to let him know all the details as soon as we're done.
He's excited to be a dad, huh?
Oh, yes, he certainly is. We both can't wait to be parents.
Aw, and you said you've been together since high school, right?
Yep.
That's so sweet. And have you decided on a name for your baby boy yet?
Yep, we're going with Max.
Ooh, Max, huh? That's a nice, strong name.
That's why my fiance wanted it so bad. He says it'll help make him strong right off the bat.
That's a pretty good way of thinking about it. So let's see how strong little Max is so you can hurry up and make that call.
Yes, please. He's been moving around like crazy the past couple weeks, so I think he's really strong. Strong enough to kick so hard I almost throw up sometimes, too.
Aw, what a wild boy. Activity is good.
Yep.
Okay, hopefully this isn't too cold.
No, it's okay.
There's a little guy in there.
There he is. He's definitely a good
Aw,
boy,
isn't he
that's for
adorable?
sure. And you're both looking really good.
I love hearing that.
Let's get some measurements to see exactly how much he's grown.
What was that?
I don't know.
Hold on. Oh, God. Cool. Looks good.
Fix the hair, but
So we get that creepy fucking face. Oh. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Unknown creatures a threat to the... something of his wife as well. Stolen baby syndrome. They don't normally get started so early. While the baby's still in the tum-tum region. I can't read any of this, but interesting. Bizarre events leave Berkshire in terror. 30's mute.
What was that?
I don't know.
It could be.
I've never seen that before. Maybe something to do with the power.
Oh. Okay.
Inky Clown! It's a fucking cool name. Inky Clown. Been following Greylock since it first started. I'm glad you're watching. It's genuinely so good. Yes, I saw like the first... This is the 5th one. So I might have seen like the first 6 or 7 videos a while ago. The one with the... The one with the construction crew in the mountain. Not to spoil anything. That's the last one I saw when I first watched this. But then recently, I had seen someone break down the newest one. A month ago, they released a new part. And I was hooked, so I had to rewatch it. I watched all of it last night, and I'm so in. This stream is prep for my next video. So hoping to do a typical Carter Skull comedic breakdown of this genuinely like super good series. I think it rivals my love of the Walton Files, just because of how it's paced and it's so well acted. It's so interesting.
Nothing to worry about or anything. Just having some trouble finding the baby all of a sudden.
Maybe the machine messed up?
Possibly. But I can still see everything else. It's just not picking up the baby for some reason.
The baby instant transmission.
Has this ever happened before?
The baby left the lobby.
Sometimes babies can move into certain positions that are hard to see.
But you can't see my baby.
Its sneak skill is 100.
Don't worry, he's definitely here. You know what? Why don't we just see if we can borrow another machine, okay? There has to be something wrong with this one. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yikes.
What are you talking about?
No.
This can't happen. The baby doesn't know why? That makes no sense.
So it sounds like whoever the doctor in the hall is talking to knows. Tiffany Crisaldi, 29, school teacher. Tiffany Marie Elaine Crisaldi, 28, elementary school teacher, died unexpectedly. Unexpectedly Monday morning. She had suffered she suffered tremendously after the sudden loss of her unborn son, Maxwell Marsh. 10 points to anyone in the comments who remembers why Marsh is important. Born in Windsor, Massachusetts, May 20th, 1958. She was the only child of Harrison, Kathleen, whatever. So her baby went missing, and I'm gonna bet she didn't handle it great, and I can't blame her for that. I gotta change my battery while we wrap this one up. So one second. Gotta love it. Gotta love a spooky face and some hard cut, some tape glitch. I love that in my analog horror series. One moment. Okay. Scary shit. So weird. Baby gone. Wonder what that's about.
Humanity has fought tirelessly and passed through a great many trials.
Okay. This is also a recognizable name. Bernard T. Hayes. They talked about him in the third video, the tape, made for Alex Marsh, husband of the woman who just lost her baby. But Bernard T. Hayes is the doctor who works for Semiodyne. So let's dig into it. This is the 80s, 81.
To achieve but one singular goal. A goal that countless men have withered away and dying in pursuit of, leaving their towers of work behind to to be climbed by coming generations. Higher and higher they ascend, so that we will at last reach the one called God. And there, on his apex of infinite knowledge and power, we will approach and look him in the eye. As an equal.
Yeah, Inky Clown.
Welcome back, user. Frank Porter. Please enter your credentials. Credential requirement bypassed by system administrator. Greetings, unknown user ID. Welcome to Semiodyne USA's virtual message assistant, for user. Project director, Frank Porter. Establishing custom telephone message settings. Sender, Paul Morelli, of the Morelli Construction and Mining Company. Dates of receipt ranging from March 24th, 1987, to March 30th, 1987. Beginning playback of your messages.
Okay. Yes, the cosmic horror, Inky Clown. Especially what they get into a little later. I love it. I love the deep lore in this one. So what we got here clearly is either... Oh, what's his name? What did they call his name?
For user. Project director, Frank Porter.
Frank Porter. So it's either Frank Porter signing in to his messages, or it could be the person who was breaking into the Semiodyne facility in the first tape. Hacking in, listening to these messages, trying to get all the information.
1987.
I'm leaning towards that one just because
Playback of your messages.
To be fair, we don't hear from Frank Porter, I don't think. At least not yet. So this makes more sense.
Message 1.
To me.
March 24th, 11:14 a.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul Morelli. We ran into somewhat of an issue today. We came across these tunnels inside the mountain, pretty deep in, but well, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but he told me to call if anything strange came up, and I figured this qualifies.
Could be the ghost.
People have been here before. Some obviously man-made shit in there, like carvings and stone. This shit looks ancient, like real old. I took a crew in to look through it, but since part of the tunnels caved in some time ago, we're gonna just have to bust through it regardless. But I still wanted to make you aware of it. Anyways, I'll keep you in the loop. Thanks.
Message 2.
Ancient tunnels.
March 25th, 7:38 a.m.
Ancient tunnels in the mountain before they even start digging? Huh? Without getting rezzed.
Frank, it's Paul.
Yeah.
Just calling to tell you the day might be a bit slower than usual. Unfortunately, a number of the crew are sick as dogs. Not really sure what kind of stomach bugs going around or what, but we'll do our best to pick up the slack. I'm calling in some guys who have a day off, so hopefully things will get a little closer to normal, you know?
So they open up the mine.
That being said, I don't know how the hell this happened, but the section of the tunnel here caved in is clear. The tunnel's been wired up with a few lights, too. Wanted to see if maybe you sent someone in while we were off shift. My crew said you didn't, but, you know, I didn't see anybody else either, so... But a few of the guys said they'd seen something running around in the woods surrounding the site. I figured it's probably a dude.
1987? Can we turn that into a meme? Is that 1987?
Or whatever, but seeing all the ruckus we're making out here, you know? But they all insisted it was something else. Something like a real tall man. Might just be some environmentalist moron trying to cause some shit, but, you know, he ain't done nothing, so I told him to keep focused on the project. For safety's sake, we're going to avoid the tunnel until I hear back from you. All right, bye now.
So the next day, all the rubble that was in front of the tunnels is gone, and there are lights there. Okay.
Message 3. March 25th, 4:56 p.m.
It's the
Frank,
same day.
The guy you sent out to take photos just left, but, well, he seemed totally fine when he got here, but In fact, we had to carry him back to his car when he was done. I don't know if he caught whatever's going around, but figured you should know. Also, we found some really old shit down there, Frank. Now, I ain't no historian, but we got a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work or whatever, and I don't know.
The guy they're talking about is the guy at the start. What do you mean? The guy, like the guy in the second tape who goes up to the mountain? The guy they're talking about. What do you mean?
Well, I guess there's some old artifacts down there, like weapons and trinkets and whatever. I'll have him draft up a report for you and send it your way, because I feel like you'd be interested.
Is the guy the builder's talking about? Maybe. The guy that takes pictures, the one that he was talking about, we will see him. I don't think that's the same guy, but it could be the guy in tape 2. The guy who goes into the woods and sees the box could be the one who cleared the rubble. Potentially. There was no date on that footage, but there was construction stuff there, so could be. That could be like the night after they opened it up. That's a really good point.
All this shit better than
That's cool as fuck. That's cool though.
I could anyways. His name's Arnold Rivers. That's about it.
Arnold Rivers.
Message 4. March 26th, 1:03 p.m.
Frank, something ain't right here. Crew's getting worse, more sick. I feel okay so far, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I saw that thing the guys have been talking about last night, stalking around in the tree line. I swear it had a face. Anyways, just call me back as soon as you can, Frank.
Message 5. March 27th, 12:10 p.m.
All our food is rotten, totally spoiled and covered in maggots. It was perfectly fine and stored. There wasn't any problems with the generator.
Yeah.
Even if we lost power, I mean, it's the end of March. All our food looks like it's been left out in the heat for weeks.
Right? For
No idea
weeks.
what's going on.
Literally rotting
Please call
while
me
in the
back.
mountain. Yeah.
Message 6. March 27th, 4:02 p.m.
It's Paul. We saw it again. Something out here with us.
Inky Clown, are you caught
It's
up
in the
on the
woods.
series?
And it's watching us, goddammit. It ain't no animal either. Who are you guys gonna put up those fancy hunting cameras and see if we can catch anything? Maybe
putting
locals
cameras
fucking
up.
with us? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. Anyways, I just.
March 28th. Okay. Okay. So this is after that call, the day after, I think, or just later that night.
Message 7. Date and
That's
time
anything? Was there
unavailable.
anything spooky there?
Message. Message 7. Date and time unavailable. Message.
See that? Unit 13. Yeah. Okay. You're caught up. Cool. I love I love the newest one. Okay. Unit 13 is being built, which we know is the facility where they are keeping the thought forms. It is being built in this mountain that already has tunnels with trinkets and ancient carvings and offerings to something in it. And it's not going well to begin with. Could that be like a ghost? Or like the
Message 8.
the initial form of a thought form, where it's like a ghost, kind of a vapor.
March 29th, 10:13 p.m.
Could be.
Frank, it's Paul. Holy shit, well, a lot of the crew here is sick now, and they're sort of like unresponsive. We tried emergency contacts for them, but then now they just keep ringing. The phones, they just kept ringing and ringing and ringing. Nobody picked up from any number we tried. Nobody picked up. No answer machines either. Made a call to the hospital, and same thing. Just ringing. Just tried 911, still nothing.
I think the phone lines have been cut or service around the mountain.
The machine actually picked up.
Your machine actually picked up. Is that what he said? Wait.
Still nothing. I figured the phones were fucked up, but the machine actually picked up.
I'm still having half on the... Yeah. Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. I know what you're talking about. Inky. It could be. I don't know. I'm still back and forth on a lot of the... I feel like there is an answer with the parts that we have so far, but they're all a little out of order. So I don't know.
I think I caught whatever's going around. My skin, it feels tight. A lot of pressure behind my eyes. My teeth feel like they're humming, vibrating. You know what? This all started when we came across that tunnel. I feel like I need to figure out what's down there. I think whatever's down there could help my crew. But most of all, I feel like something really bad's gonna happen if I don't go down. So I'm going down tonight.
I don't know about all that. More that ghost orb.
Message 9. March 30th, time unavailable. This is the end of your messages.
Did ya? Yeah. Why it was so pleasant. So we hear the last call is Paul Morelli calling his boss, being like, listen to this fuckface. It's the entire mining crew in the tunnels. This must be Frank. He's, just like Sock said, he's seen better days. Just some chapstick. Maybe some face lotion. Clear that right up. So they're all dying slowly inside that, in those tunnels. And then we get one last motion detected, and it is this masked thing. That's it.
Authorities continue to investigate the recent crime wave that swept across northern Berkshire County.
This one's called Back to Normal. Oh, good.
Many of its residents
Oh, good.
in a state of anxiety and panic. It was 2 weeks ago when the emergency broadcast system was engaged.
News 13? Like Unit 13?
To warn residents to secure their homes due to the activity of a group of individuals who had been targeting and breaking into people's homes. Authorities have since confirmed that the attacks were, in fact, part of an organized criminal effort and have been attributed to a local anti-American militia group operating out of western Massachusetts called... Police have made numerous arrests in connection to militia, and officials continue to release statements to assure the public that they are safe once again.
We've seen a lot of credible information over the past couple of weeks, and the investigation's still ongoing. We're getting closer by the day.
Thankfully, due to the continued efforts of law enforcement, life has been able to return back to normal. Back to normal. Back to normal. To normal. To normal. To normal.
All right.
Back to normal for residents of Berkshire County.
Liar! Did I see like a news article? Yes, I did.
So Berkshire County.
Come on. Come on. Alex Marsh and Tiffany Crisaldi sit together as they discuss the baffling loss of their unborn son. Okay. There was one more thing there. Some more words. I might not be able to get it. Oh! These events are only the tip of the iceberg, says Jim Melgren. Jim Melgren. Alex could be the one. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. I will say, having seen, having watched more, we don't know. There's no answer to that one yet. Who went up to the mountain? I don't think. I mean, there is an answer, but we just don't know the whatever. These events are only the tip of the iceberg, says Jim Melgren, a former police officer, who now works as a private investigator and hosts a radio show centered around government transparency and accountability. There are horrifying reports of people, healthy grown adults, becoming deformed, growing extra limbs, teeth growing out of their scalp, people developing severe mental conditions or even sicknesses. Doctors have never seen this kind of thing before. Probably is the rest of that sentence. Liar. So someone... This image of Don Wright all fucked up. What is that? Is that something? Oh, it's just him. It's just like really fucked up footage of him. It's got the tie. It does look like Bond. I was just thinking that. I brought you a gift. Especially the one on the right, dude. That looks like Bond. So I think this is someone hacking into the broadcast. Mangling his face, calling him a liar. That's not literal. This is not yet. At least. Next video picks up right away. Old odds and ends. Right away from the last one.
Well, that broadcast went completely tits up, didn't it?
Tits up?
I've been getting chewed out by our asshole CIA liaison for the past 2 hours. What the fuck happened?
We're looking into it, sir, but we experienced no issues with the broadcast on our end, so our engineers believe that the signal was hijacked before even reaching the transmitter, but once we started receiving phone calls from viewers, we switched to a backup transmitter.
But by then, the hijackers
So they were hijacked.
said everything they wanted to say, hadn't they?
Yes, sir.
What a complete fuck up. They made us look like a fucking joke. And during our most popular show. Speaking of which, Don, where the fuck is he? I cannot get hold of him, and he needs to get in here and read a statement to help clean up this fucking mess.
Well, we've been trying to reach him. We've called him multiple times. We've tried his pager. We've asked around to see if anyone's heard from him, but nothing. Right now we've got Gerald standing in for him tonight if Don doesn't show.
You've been to his house?
Well,
And now Don is missing?
maybe he'd be upset if I did that.
Get in your fucking car and go to his fucking house. I don't care if you kick down his front door and drag him here by his ear. You bring him into the studio. Do you understand?
Yes, Mr. Rosenbaum. Of course, I'll do that right now.
There's some real powerful people depending on us right now. They need us to manage the response to these events, to let the public know what's going on. And the last thing we need is it going wider than it already fucking has. So do what you need to do, or I'm going to replace you with some producers who actually know how to produce.
All right. Jesus.
Sorry, the file you
Sounds
were
like
trying
Steve
to access
Merchant.
has been destroyed and can no longer be executed or retrieved. Please choose another file. Sorry. It said I'll trade for my file if you're trying to destroy my file. Warning, anomalous file detected. This file should not exist. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Opening
File. Arnold Rivers personal log.
Final.
Arnold someone?
Arnold Eugene Rivers.
Arnold Eugene Rivers. The guy who took pictures of the tunnels at Mount Greylock. And he left because he felt sick. This is the guy. Also, just so we know, I think this will be the last video I cover on this stream. Only because after this point, it really takes off, and I'd like you to watch it yourself. And I will also be making a breakdown. So let's work together here, okay? And this is a strong finish. So this will be the last one. But, rewinding a bit. Don Wright has gone missing after the broadcast was hijacked, calling him a liar, fucking up his face. CIA is mad at Channel 13, or whatever they're called. Channel 13, yeah. Which, it's kind of funny is there's like an eye here. It's like I don't know. Like Illuminati type shit. Whoa. So yeah, Arnold Eugene Rivers is the guy who took pictures of the tunnels at Mount Greylock. Left because he was sick after either seeing what he saw or just because he was in there.
Construction project at Mount Greylock. I was hired due to my background in anthropology and archaeology. I've worked to excavate a number of different historical sites. Paul Morelli took me on after securing a government contract for the GREYLOCK project. I'm recording this because I believe my life is in danger, and I likely don't have a lot of time left. so I need to leave some kind of record of my findings. On March 24th, our crew came across tunnels in the mountain that held a multitude of ancient markings and artifacts. On March 25th, Paul cleared the interior of the mountain and asked me, accompanied by a small crew, to look through the tunnels and record notes on what I was able to recognize. I was then to report to one of the project directors, named Frank Porter, to offer my perspective on our findings. I kept this to myself at the time, but what we discovered in that mountain was not normal. Not only did I see the impact it was having on the crew, but certain aspects of my findings did not make any sense. Many of the artifacts were pre-colonial. Some were from Native American tribes, but there were other artifacts, some Mesoamerican, and others were shockingly Clovis in nature. Finding Clovis artifacts here means that people have been coming to Mount Greylock since at least 11,000 BCE.
So a sealed mountain had tunnels filled with ancient carvings, trinkets, offerings, artifacts from many cultures and time periods of people, but at least dating back to 11,000 BCE. In that mountain, making like what? Huh? Like what? Huh?
But that's not all, no. There are artifacts I found that could potentially be from even earlier.
Even earlier?
Paleo-American cultures that we have yet to even begin studying. Then, there were artifacts.
Tell me the Flintstones are in there?
Cultures that were pre-Columbian in nature. Transoceanic contacts prior to Columbus reaching the Americas has always been largely a theory, but the artifacts in this mountain, they prove it. Ancient Chinese, Arabic, Indian, Roman, Spanish, Viking, even ancient Greek and Egyptian are findings that they alone would change world history as we know it today. I'll admit, the anthropologist in me was thrilled. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured it had to be a hoax, but I'm confident that it's all authentic. But my excitement was soon replaced with a looming fear and anxiety. How could such a place be so important to so many cultures for so long? There must be something immense here. Whatever it was, well, that's why I left the project. The tunnels all connected to a series of chambers deep into the interior of the mountain. That's where a majority of the relics were found. There were old baskets of herbs and spices, pottery, weapons and armor, talismans, and other religious items, countless other things, but all of it was there purposely, as offerings.
Okay. Cosmic Mystery is a detailed look into how our moon came to be. Star Furry. I saw you short at 8:30 and thought you were streaming on Twitch. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe a good YouTuber would say here on YouTube. I'm sorry. But thank you. Thank you for like looking for it and finding it. You've missed a lot. You also haven't missed a lot. You can go back and watch it. We're watching Greylock, which is it's not new. Really, it's newer, I'd say, within the past year. It's really good. This is the final video that I'm gonna react to on stream, and then I'll be working on a video for it. And then I implore you at home to watch the rest. It's really fucking good. Oh, you got it. You got it. But yeah, we're crafting some theories here. Thank you for joining. Dawn Right tonight. Okay, yeah. Mount Greylock, yeah, great. Deep states, cool.
It was billions of years ago, when our planet was still mostly fire and rock, that a Mars-sized planet that had been drifting through our solar system collided directly with the Earth. The impact was so powerful and violent that the rogue planet was blown into countless pieces of debris. This debris collected to form our moon. Many of the pieces of the unknown planet remain inside the Earth to this day.
Okay.
Planet that had been drifting through our solar system collided directly with the Earth. The impact was so powerful and violent that the rogue planet was blown into countless pieces of debris. This debris collected
to form our moon.
Many of the pieces
of the unknown planet remain inside the Earth to this day, is what he said. Many of the pieces of this unknown planet that became the moon still remain within the Earth today. So this, for the timeline people at home, this would be the literal first event in this analog horror series. Giant moon, planet-like asteroid crashes into Earth, forms our moon, leaves pieces behind. That's step one. Step two, or, the next event would be thousands of years of when that mountain was formed, when Mount Greylock was formed, thousands of cultures and societies of people going in there making offerings to something. Pretty fucking cool. Pretty neat.
Adams Police Department, dispatcher Carey speaking.
Yes, I'm calling to report a break-in at my coworker's house.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Liam Hollander.
Okay, Liam, you said this was your coworker's house. What is your coworker's address?
It's Parker Hill Road in Adams, number 491.
491 Parker Hill Road, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me, is anybody hurt? Liam, are you still with me?
Yes, sorry.
Is anybody hurt?
Yes.
Dawn Right. Ooh! Ooh!
Then I witnessed many altars.
Damn right, Dawn Right's hurt. Darn right, Dawn Right's hurt. You're god darn right, Dawn Right's hurt. Call me crazy, but I don't think the mask monster killed Dawn. No, I don't know. Okay, so if we're going to fast forward a little bit, knowing what I know, knowing what you know, knowing what Star Fury knows probably, or whoever else has watched the series, Dawn Right talks about it being these attacks where the people came down, presumably the people that came down from the mountains and attacked, broke into people's homes, which we saw in part, whatever the fuck, 4. He said that it was linked to a militia group, like an anti-American militia group. That broadcast was then hacked instantly. As soon as he brings this up, is hacked, and they call him a liar. Then he is found dead with the same face damage that the broadcast edited in, calling him a liar. So I think whatever that I think there really is a militia group. Obviously, the militia group didn't attack people, but after being accused, I think they went after and killed Dawn Right. Or maybe it was it could be that, or whatever shadow group that is covering things up feels like, which I think we can all assume is Simiodyne or Unit 13. I think is it could be a cover up that way, and then we pin it on the Anarchy group. Dawn's death seems to be shooting the messenger. He was just doing his job, and even if he didn't believe what he was saying, he was killed by someone or something. Yeah, potentially. We don't know a lot about Dawn. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. The producers, That one British guy clearly is, you know, he was more worried about what the CIA or what the FBI was thinking. So we got the FBI breathing down this television network's neck, and it's Channel 13, like Unit 13. So maybe they're owned by Semiodyne. They're probably owned by Semiodyne. So it could be because they were hacked, he got attacked, or he was attacked by the people who hacked. We get it. It's an ongoing mystery, but you know, there's some things. The government wanted them to put out a statement, and Channel 13 got the job. Yeah.
Constructed out of the mountain stone, along with evidence of mass animal and human sacrifice. And the carvings in the walls of these sacrificial chambers, I couldn't recognize a single familiar symbol, and it made me sick to even look at them. Let me be clear, I am not, nor have I ever been, a religious man, but there's something in that mountain, something people of countless cultures over the history of our planet have been worshipping, but I don't know why. But I could feel it. Whatever's down there, I could feel it. It was like being trapped in a fever dream. I swear I could hear a voice, and even felt compelled to go further, to speak to whatever's down there. I don't know. I haven't been right since. I keep hearing this droning in my head, ceaseless, all day and night. I can't sleep, just droning.
Insomnia.
Always droning.
Hallucinations. Kind of like we saw in that first training tape.
I informed Mr. Porter in my report that the archaeological findings in the mountain are of monumental historical importance.
Frank Porter, yeah.
And that there is certainly more to be discovered. And I recommended discontinuing construction there. But it's not as though I have any authority over this project. I fully expected to be ignored. Mr. Porter called me on the evening of March 28th, and we spoke on the phone briefly. It was as I thought. He disregarded my concerns. I informed him that I wasn't going to return to the site. He insisted I did, said I was a valuable asset to the project, even offered me a substantial raise, and wanted me to lead a specifically organized team that would clear the tunnels of artifacts before excavation would continue. I, quote unquote, could be responsible for the biggest historical finding of all time, he said. I refused again. I won't put a price on my sanity or my health, especially after seeing what was happening to the crew.
Now loading. Morale Greylock event, Group C, Survivor data. Profile for patient B3590. Rockford, Thomas.
So these are the minors. ERs, not OR. Have you gone frame by frame in several of the videos? If not, there are some secrets in the videos. Yeah. For the video, I'll be able to break it down better. We've noticed a couple articles and faces. Yeah. I also like this series version of that a little more than, maybe not more than Walton Files, but like, it's nothing against Walton Files because I love it. It still is my favorite analog horror. But I think this series, when it shows you something, it really fucking means something. You know? And just because you don't know what it means yet, really means something. You know what I mean? Nothing against, well, I love it. It's my baby. This one's a little more cinematic. There's something about this one, everything adds up nicely. But yes, there are some hidden things that I will be pointing out in my breakdown. Because it's fucking, they're all cool.
Notes. Communicative. Patient prone to spontaneous violent outbursts. Treatment
this guy doesn't seem too
recommended.
bad. He
Only
seems fine.
communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom.
He's just upset.
Now loading.
This is a
Profile
cranky
for
guy.
patient.
So these guys are probably
9231.
fine.
Washington,
Everyone in the
Samuel.
mountain is fine.
Now
What happened to him,
formations.
huh? What, did he get a headache or?
Notes. Communicative. Patient suffers from constant state of severe paranoia and delusions, resulting in unpredictable violent outbursts. Standard treatment ineffective. High dose.
Is relevant in a moment and add together to tell a horrifying story. Yeah. 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 They both use the device of that they use the hidden frame images whatever differently, but both really well. I like it. They need to suck it up. That's what I'm saying.
Xylazine is recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom. Now loading.
Something
Profile
going on
for
there.
patient. B6670. Herrera, Ramon. Malformations. Notes. Uncommunicative. Patient appears to be in catatonic state. Warning, patient may sit up very suddenly, without provocation, to project or vomit at any staff in area. Patient's vomit is
Gross.
extremely corrosive and emits nerve gas. All treatments ineffective.
Acid vomit.
Studies must be
Bro's
conducted
got
with full
acid
anti-corrosive gear and air purifying
Orange is
respirator
bad.
equipped on all staff involved. Now loading. Profile for
They're
patient.
fine. Send them back to work. You kidding me? You kidding me? Maybe a day. 2 days. 2 days off, get back to work. But you're working overtime because you missed out. The rest of the crew had to work really hard. Our food is rotting. So get back in there, sport.
B8816. Fleming.
Especially that
Charles.
first guy. That first guy literally his hair was messy. That was his malformation. The rest of these guys have it bad. And they want a raise? Oh!
Uncommunicative. Warning. Patient will attack on sight. Do not interact. Immunity to pain. Patient exhibits cannibalistic tendencies. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended. Now loading.
That one kind of looks like Yo
Profile
Mama.
for patient. B4041. Oakhurst, Scott.
Oakhurst.
Malformations.
Yeah.
Notes.
Yeah.
Communicative. Communicate with caution. Warning, patient actively pretends to be benevolent and friendly. Strong homicidal and cannibalistic tendencies. Killed and partially consumed 6 staff members on April 6, 87. Patient laughed hysterically during the attack.
Yeah.
All treatments ineffective. Immediate
Yeah.
euthanasia or permanent restraint for further study recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient. B7992. Kowalski, Edward. Malformations. Notes. Communicative. Hazardous.
Yuck.
Warning, patient possesses inhuman power of suggestion and influence.
Maybe like some
over
lotion.
others.
Give him some lotion.
Do not interact.
Fine.
All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended. Now loading. Profile
Recommended.
for patient.
Yeah, you might want to put this one down.
1584. Rafferty, John. Malformations. Notes. Uncommunicative. Hazardous. Patient appears to be deceased. No vital signs. Patient's body not decomposing. Warning, staff have become ill after even brief time spent in patient's room. Illness disregards protective suiting. Immediate quarantine required for all victims. Mortality rate post-exposure currently 92%. Survivors subject to rapid physical and mental malformations. All treatments ineffective. Immediate remote euthanasia recommended.
He said corpse.
I consider myself incredibly lucky to not be in that condition right now. Oddly, he quickly accepted my second refusal.
Is it which one's Rafferty? Rafferty. Is that the one we just saw? Which one was Rafferty?
Permanent restraint.
Not that it makes it any better.
Warning, patient possesses inhuman power of
Last dude, yeah.
mortality rate
Yeah.
post-exposure current.
Attractive fella. An attractive fella. Alright.
Something awful happened up at...
Sorry. Here we go.
I consider myself incredibly lucky to not be in that condition right now. Oddly, he quickly accepted my second refusal, wished me luck in my future endeavors, but before I could say anything else, he'd hung up. But it seemed I'd made the right choice. I heard something awful happened up at Mount Greylock.
Yeah.
And then simultaneously, there are all of these things that have been happening around the mountain. The home invasions, the dead bodies that fell from the sky over Cheshire, the pregnancy phenomena, so many other unexplainable things. They all must be related. And I've been trying to figure out how. I've connected with a local investigator.
Connected with a local investigator. Like the investigator we read about in the first Dawn Wright tape. When it was glitching. Popped up about an ex-police private investigator. No, we haven't seen the falling bodies yet in the series, but I can't wait, because that sounds fucked, doesn't it? Falling bodies out of the sky?
I've been trying to get to the bottom of this.
So yeah, this guy quits his job after, like, they're like, don't quit. We'll give you more money. Just keep your mouth shut. And now he's recording himself talking about he went to a private investigator. I'm sure this is going to turn out fine. I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen to this fella whatsoever.
I've shared with him everything I have, though I feel that I've been being watched. I feel a looming threat that I can't really explain. Would the government really send someone to kill me over this? I feel like I'm paranoid. Like I've lost some of my mind. But I came home from the grocery store the other day and my front door was unlocked. And I know I had locked it before I left. I scanned my entire house for traces of anything, but found nothing out of the ordinary. I even checked and replaced all of the light bulbs. Oh, God.
That your door was unlocked.
Saying it out loud like this, it makes me realize how crazy I sound. I've always been a rational man. There's a logical explanation behind everything. Well, I'm glad that I put all of this into a recording. Perhaps that was what I needed to snap me out of this. Honestly, I feel much better just talking about it.
Feel this dude should realize, yes, the government probably would send somebody to kill. Yeah, especially someone smart, but like a professor of anthropology or whatever, archaeology. Yeah, the people who wouldn't let you quit and want you to keep your mouth shut probably would send someone to kill you.
Recording. Perhaps that was what I needed to snap me
In
out.
Minecraft, in Minecraft, in Minecraft, in Minecraft.
I feel much better just talking about it. This can't be.
And here it is.
That's my basement door. No.
So something was already inside of the house.
Here it is. Thank God.
Here we go.
They're here. I'm inside my bedroom closet. I'm going to keep the tape recorder running, and I'm hiding in here with my files.
This is my favorite part.
If something happens to me, and you find any tapes or files somehow, please bring it to the investigator, Jim Malcolm of North Adams.
Jim
It
Malcolm.
goes for this video footage as well.
Clearly, like alternates, using the audio of its victims, using the voices. I say audio because it just did like a walkie-talkie sound. But it was like giggling like a kid and crying like some woman. So it's clear, it's, you know, it's doing the voices of its victims, which is always good and positive and nice.
Come on out, it's the police.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's a monster. That is... It's as scary as it is genuinely kind of a bummer hearing like a little kid. It's a monster! And giggling. Because that means that that thing definitely did not good things to yield that. Ugh. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite. I think my current favorite video in the series is one we did not cover tonight, but I will cover in my video. Called Waking Your Subconscious, tape 12. There's 12 tapes. We made it through the first 8. The only reason I skipped the rest is I want you guys to come back and hear the breakdown. Let's try to solve this thing. But there we had it. We saw that doll face mask. We saw that doll face mask thing that briefly flashed on screen a couple times. Go hunt down someone who is about to whistleblow. This series is so depressing, like in a good way, because the themes pull at your heart sometimes. Yeah, it's also like just the audio, hearing a kid go, "It's a monster!" excitedly, not scared. Not my favorite. Is my favorite because of how scary and fun it is, but also not my favorite because it's scary and sad and fucked up. For free?
No, I realized.
Yeah, it's good shit. Good shit. I think the face is either every other video for a frame. What? Is in either every video or every other video for a frame. Something like that. Yeah. So I think my current, at this very moment, from the 8 we watched, I think that thing with the mask is what was inside the mountain that they let loose. I think. And so that thing's going and attacking specific people or ones who left the mountain. But then there's also the miners went all nuts in there, probably because of that thing. Went and started attacking people. And it somehow opening that thing also caused babies to kind of not be around anymore. Kind of not be inside of the mom anymore. Which, who knows what that's about. Plus we got that connection with Tiffany and Alex. And the third orientation tape is made for him. The husband of the woman whose baby disappeared. Oh, baby went to the back wombs. Someone said, oh my God. Can I highlight that comment? Can I give you a trophy? My God, that's fucking great. Star Fury. You win tonight. Baby went to the back wombs. Fuck, dude. Fuck. I'm excited for your new video. I subbed when I got your Walton Files video in my recommended. Really great video, man. Thank you so much. The last Walton Files video got an insane reception. And like I'm not used to videos getting that many views. I'm not used to getting that many subs. I know I've still got a while to go, you know, but I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for supporting me. Thank everyone here for tuning in. Whether you commented, you're my favorite. I love the commenters. Or not. 8 of you who are still watching. The numerous people who were. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Glad you guys enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, I'll be working on this video. I'm gonna try to get it out as soon as possible. They take a little bit. So glad I found your channel, and I'm so genuinely surprised you don't have 1 million subs for the quality you do with these. Thank you, Star Fury. Thank you. Maybe one day. Maybe with the kindness of strangers like you guys. I'd love that. I'd love that. And you know, I don't just do the analog horror stuff. I really like that because that's what I'm nerdy about. But I also got some other goofy videos. So if you haven't checked those out, they're shorter than the analog horror. So if you don't like them, it's like 3 minutes, you know? And I'm hoping to make a balance of more. I want to do those analog. I want to do some more comedy stuff. So thank you. Really means the world to me. Thank you guys for watching. This is the most not weird stream. If you watch my older streams, I'm playing video games and I'm being a goddamn dork. So thank you for this. This is a successful stream. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Look forward to and stay tuned for my Greylock video. Appreciate all of your theories and your support. Have a wonderful night. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Hello?